Hello everyone, I just played a new game Call of Duty 6. I've played about 15 minutes. I've spent 3 hours for it. How the holy corgi did this game trick me? I'll try to find out after one or several more games. So the trick is here. It is the feature of modern games, the principle of just one more round. The developer's trick is to convince you to make one more move, play one more match before you decide to quit the game. This is not a coincidence, but a carefully thought out strategy based on understanding psychology. This sharply contrasts with the involved games I remember from the old days. Back then, games required a serious approach and a lot of time from the player. Remember those days when we spent hours, even days, trying to pass a difficult level or solve a complicated puzzle? Today, games strive to be more accessible by offering quick matches and easy entry into the process. This reflects not only the evolution of the industry but also changes in our society, where time has become the most valuable resource. After all, it's a pretty simple way to lure a player in. They'll join just one game, then play another, and so on. I periodically try to lure friends into playing board games. Games like Frostpunk or Gloomhaven were just explaining the rules as an adventure for a couple of hours. Believe me, finding buddies for that is not easy. Even if you take board games where the whole session lasts an hour and a half, it's still much harder than convincing people to play Uno. In Uno, the rules are simple and clear, and the game lasts only 15 minutes. In the end, round after round, and we spend the same hour and a half on Uno, but because of the short rounds, it seems less burdensome. People are more willing to agree to short games, not realizing they'll spend as much time on them. But, holy sheep, this isn't a channel about board games again, so let's get back to video games and take the example of Baldur's Gate 3. This is a game that requires context, immersion in the plot, understanding mechanics and character histories. Here you need to delve into dialogues, make important decisions that affect the course of events. One battle with an opponent can last an hour, especially if you're playing on a high difficulty level or trying to plan every action. Such depth and complexity require time and attention from the player, and how much simpler it is to launch a match in Call of Duty. Everything is fast, dynamic, and doesn't require deep immersion. You can jump into battle immediately without long preparations and deliberations. Here comes the first chord. The start of a match should be simple. Modern games greet the player with a find match button, include automatic matchmaking systems so you don't have to spend energy rushing into a match. And so you joined a match in Call of Duty. You played it successfully. What happens at the end of this match? First of all, the default action is to continue. If you want to exit, you need to specifically press a button, sometimes even several, confirming your decision. The interface is designed to minimize obstacles to continuing the game. Additionally, during these short breaks, they show you your achievements, statistics, and earned rewards. 30 seconds until the next match. Your achievements are displayed on the screen, almost filled level bars, quest progress, just a little left, and new weapons or skins are almost yours. This creates a sense of incompleteness and a natural desire to finish what you started. It stimulates the desire to continue playing and catch the escaping rabbit. Psychologists call this the near-win effect, where the brain reacts as if victory is close, increasing the desire to play. Returning to the end screen, it has just finished. Only 2 seconds of loading, thanks to modern SSDs, and you're already in the next match. This continuity of the process doesn't give you time to think about how much time you've already spent in the game. Moreover, even if matches last more than 5 to 7 minutes, it still works to get you back into the fight quickly. Take games like PUBG, Apex Legends or Fortnite. You lost, emotions are still boiling, adrenaline is pumping. You want a rematch. You press the button and you're already flying in the plane or on the battle bus, ready for a new fight. You land, quickly gather equipment, find good weapons, think, now I'll show everyone. But maybe you lose in battle again. No big deal, 40 seconds and you're back on the battlefield. Think this is only online games? Look at Binding of Isaac or Slay the Spire. You have an incredible build. You're close to defeating the final boss, you were just a bit short or unlucky and you lost. A few button presses and you start a new run from scratch. The game immediately gives you an interesting ability or a powerful artifact, starting a new attempt with the thought, now I'll definitely make it to the end. And even if you lose again, the desire to try once more only grows stronger. These games masterfully use elements of randomness and progression to constantly keep your interest. and you know where the trick is hidden in the most obvious place. Most initial items significantly change the balance of power before obtaining them. You struggle to clear the starting rooms, and once you have them, you handle the boss in no time. And here, it's not quite about luck in getting a good random item, but that all items are balanced, so that if you don't sabotage the game process, they significantly upgrade you. Another interesting example is Hades, where a new run starts without transitioning to a menu. You finish a run, allocate the points you've earned, talk to NPCs, choose weapons, and then one step separates you from a new run, and you're likely to do it to finally break the vicious time loop that think this is only in roguelike games. Simply in other genres, cycles appear more hidden. Take Skyrim. You clear a dungeon, think about exiting and finishing the game for today, but suddenly you find a note or hear an NPC conversation that opens the next quest. Now only one dungeon separates you from a valuable reward or an interesting story. And while you're heading to the treasure trove, defeating Draugr who have leveled up to Azure Dragons since my last video, but you still defeated them. And now you're just a little bit away from the next level and you decide why not level up now. So unknowingly to yourself you continue playing a bit more, probably a few hours. The open world itself constantly pushes you to the next exploration and adventures. This just one more round trick is present in games regardless of genre or release year. Developers use various mechanics and psychological tricks to keep your attention and make you want to continue. This includes close achievements, short sessions, continuous progress, and elements of random rewards. Yes, it's a manipulation, but in reality, it's necessary for games their task is to be engaging, otherwise you'll quickly lose interest in them. Its roots are in the very essence of engaging game design, which as soon as you overcome one challenge, throws the next one at you. Like you caught up to one rabbit, lure you with the next ones to continue the race.
And without this, games wouldn't be so captivating. Thank you for watching this video, and до виджения!